Video Storytelling for Business, Part 1. We now know that we engage with visual references faster and more memorably than text or audio, so why, historically, have they not been more widely used? Okay, so I have a theory about storytelling for business and why it needs to be visually rich, which is what this series of presentations is all about. To me, it's simple logic based on observation, and I'll begin with this question. Is this an image of a creative director pitching a campaign concept to the eager client sitting on the rock? Or is it simply two guys discussing the anatomical accuracy of the bison being drawn on the cave wall? Okay, so this is an artist's impression, but man's first attempt to leave a message for others was to draw a descriptive image or series of images in a cave or perhaps in the sand. But every image is open to individual interpretation, and so without a narrator being present to deliver the specific detail verbally, these can never be anything more than visual markers or pieces of art. They also take time to create, need space, and so they're not well suited as a nation-building tool. Over time, these drawn or carved images evolved into a tightly defined visual code. Every reader who understands the code therefore knows exactly what the originator is describing. Lists, laws, plans, instructions, stories, and theories, first carved then printed, have therefore been an essential ingredient in human evolution up until more recent innovations were developed. Images became a luxury element used only to embellish or support a piece of defined text. Volume printing afforded more images to be used, but these also needed a title or description to eliminate any ambiguity. Images used in the growing volume of print also evolved to become emotive, descriptive, or both, but have always been used to entice, enrich, engage, and expand the understanding of the text. The arrival of film and television as a storytelling medium allow audio to replace the text. Visually rich storytelling has now arrived. Innovations in style, techniques, and the means of production saw both mediums evolve. Film is viewed by a captive audience who have paid to be entertained, while the majority of television content production is supported through sponsors. But both have historically been expensive to create and distribute. So the majority of day-to-day business information continued to be communicated through print. Hardly surprising then that when the internet finally arrives, most businesses see it as an opportunity to reach their markets through web content similar to their printed collateral. However, the internet also evolved. Businesses who recognized it as a sales and marketing platform helped push it into the digital marketplace it has now become. And so on inevitably to Google and their role in this development within the context of this presentation. Formally launched in 1998, it took less than 10 years for Google to dominate online search, particularly in the UK. In 2006, they bought a one-year-old startup company called YouTube for $1.65 billion. Continuous technical developments and consumer growth through the 70s, 80s, 90s had caused film and video production costs to fall, yet mass distribution methods changed very little. YouTube's arrival virtually eliminated previous mass distribution barriers overnight. Given the size of Google's investment, logic suggests that a long-term strategy for a return on this investment must have been planned. Observational evidence suggests that this included an artificial hike in page rank for anyone using YouTube videos on their website, resulting in the 2010 Forrester Research 53 times more likely to gain a page 1 ranking claim of the time. It's my belief that this was a 4 or a 5 year plan that ended as soon as Google had achieved its stated objectives, and that these objectives were simply to get more people using video as a communications tool online. What we are left with is the world's largest video content sharing channel, the world's second most searched website, and the opportunity for everyone to distribute visually rich and engaging stories at minimal cost. So, in conclusion, my suggestion is that we are all genetically predisposed to engage with information told as a narrative in a visually rich style. Thanks for watching.